Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Jack of Ice and welcome to a brand new game, Deathgarden, Bloodharvest. This is just out on Steam, and this is a new version of Dead by Daylight but set in a sci-fi semi-post-apocalyptic, more dystopian universe. There are 5 runners who have different, or scavengers. You can have duplicates of the same one in the game, or one of each. Each one has a different ability. Their job is to collect blood to escape early, or to survive through the timer to escape the hunter. The hunter has a very obvious job of hunting down each and every one of them, killing them, and then executing them before they have a chance to escape and collect the blood that is needed. There are 3 hunters in total: the Inquisitor, the Stalker, and the Poacher. Today we'll be playing as the Inquisitor, who has 2 primary weapons: his assault rifle, fully automatic, and his semi-automatic shotgun, that in my experience misses everything you shoot at. Now, there are 3 abilities that the hunters have. All of them have the first 2, a speed boost, which makes them move faster across the ground and through the air, as well as being able to jump higher and traverse terrain better, helping you catch those pesky scavengers. And the Q ability, which does a dome shock around you, that any scavengers trapped inside that field when it goes off will take a small amount of damage and be slowed down and stunned, stopping any action that they are doing. The final ability is different between each of the hunters. This hunter has the ability to drop 2 sentry turrets that, once placed, will shoot any scavengers that come within 20 or so meters of them, helping you find them and deal damage to them faster. You have limited ammo, but there are ammo crates, that are these yellow ones, around the map that will give you and the scavengers more ammo. There are 2 more crates that you can find on the map. The blue ones, which give you energy cores, that I will show off very shortly once we get into the game of what those are used for. They are very helpful. Not quite as helpful though as ammo, as you run out very quickly. The other crate is the red crates, which are health crates. As the hunter, you have no health and therefore cannot die, therefore you do not need the red crates. However, if you go up to them and interact with those ones instead, then they are denied for the scavengers, meaning they cannot replenish their health as easily. They will have to go find another one. All 3 types of crates come back over time, but finding one that has not been taken by one of the other scavengers or the hunter can be difficult, especially when you're in a pinch. Now, as the match has started, you have the little prep timer of about 30 seconds in which you can change your character. Once that is done, you can no longer change your character or your loadout for your hunter or your scavenger. The map is now loading in. We are on the map Dust and Blood. There are several different maps, all of which feel similar. They all have the similar ideas, but they are all very different. And if you get them confused, you will find yourself very lost. Now, the scavengers have been released. They get about a 17-second head start on the hunter to fan out and start collecting their blood. Now the wall comes down and the hunter can enter. Here are the blue crates. You collect them, get a power core, and you can use them to activate these drones. The drones go up into the air, and any hunter that goes into that field will then be lit up like a Christmas tree for me to find. Ammo is very important to gather, especially in the early game, as you have yet to find many of these scavengers. I highly recommend putting down the turrets as fast as you can, just randomly around the map, that they might start getting them sooner. Now, when the hunters have collected blood, they'll do what this one is trying to do. Before I came and interrupted him, and then he got away, and deliver them to these beacons. Once they have collected 120, the doors will open. no matter what the timer. Now here's the hunter here. My turret has picked up. He is going to do his best, Scavenger Hunter, my apologies, to get away from me. Like he just did. This little smoke screen you see here is one of the abilities of one of the scavengers you can play as. Each one has a different ability that the power cores give them access to. The one you start off with is named Fog, and he is the one that drops the smoke screens. Now the sound of that music, it means you are chasing one of the scavengers, but I could not see him. He was just got close enough that it thought I was engaging with him. Now what tipped me off is the red glow in the sky is from the beacons having blood be delivered to it. Blood is being delivered, the beacon will shoot up into the air, the skies will turn red and pulsate from whichever beacon it is coming from, as well as the ground turning red itself. Hunters are ignoringly agile and fast at getting away. Now, once you have downed a hunter, come over to them, and you have to make sure to properly execute them, summoning your robotic and evil-looking claws to drag them down. Once they are done, they can then return to the lobby or spectate, but there is no more for them to do. They have lost. Now, once the timer runs out, the exits will appear on the map, giving the scavengers a chance to escape. But, that being said, if I were to kill off 4 of these scavengers, the doors automatically open to give the final one a chance to get away. Ability drops a shield for them. It gives them a little bit of extra health along with anyone else in the bubble when that happens. The golden crate that you just saw, that was collected by the scavengers, there's about 2 of them during each match. If the hunter gets it, I no longer have a ammo reserve temporarily, I get unlimited ammo. I just have to reload each clip. If the hunters get it, they have a similar situation where they have unlimited of the special ability shots like the fog, healing, shields, or other ones. I do not know them all. But as you see, it does not last very long as it has just ended. Now I am very low on my ammo reserves, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time now running around collecting ammo and more power cores so that I can continue to set up a little defensive array. One thing you must remember, I forgot just then, is to replace down your turrets. Because the turrets will occasionally despawn after they have been there for too long, or they might get destroyed. You only place them down so often as the charge builds up again, but the charge builds up in plenty of time before you actually will need to place one down again. Now you can aim down the sides and shoot, but I always find that you miss quite a lot. Now you see what just happened there? Since I did not go fast enough, one of the other scavengers, the one that has the heal ability, and get and shoot with the healing arrow. The healing arrow brings them back up, and I cannot shoot them for a little bit of time, giving them a moment to escape. That can be very good. Well done. Really used very powerfully if you are working with someone else. I've often found though that it is not used to its proper abilities, as most of the time the scavengers are running around by themselves, which is a lot easier for me to knock them out one at a time. Suitably, there are 2 minutes remaining, as there are only now 2 scavengers left for me to find. If I get one more scavenger, then we go into blood mode, which I will majority of the time, but occasionally not be able to see them through the map wherever they are. And I can use this to hunt them down, but at the same time, the exits will spawn on the map, giving them an opportunity to escape. I could go for the golden crate, but right now I am in more of a need of getting these scavengers. These last 2 have been invading me quite successfully. It obviously means that what I need to do is get more of these drones into the air, be watching those pulses, as well as rescattering my turrets. Say, apparently are not going to be in locations the enemy are going to. Down pulse. I mean that one of them is at the objective B. They are. Fortunately, once again, they have managed to evade me. But my turret has found them. But I was not able to capitalize on it. They managed to escape once again. Now that the timer has just ended, blood mode is activated, I will see them wherever they are, but there are exits for them to be able to escape. The exits take a moment to spawn in, so let's get any of them first. I'm not liking my options of getting both of them, so I'm going to get one first, and then just allow the final person to escape. There's not so much a win or lose for the hunter. It's just do the best that you can.
Bloodharvest is complete.
Now my XP goes up, depending on how well I did. From what I can tell, it makes no difference what level you are. It is purely just to show you your skill level to other players. Now each of these currencies, I do not know perfectly what each of them does, but this one allows you to unlock more characters. These 2 are for upgrades, upgrading your skills, and upgrading your weapons. Now as you saw, there were a challenges tab. I did not have a chance to show it, but basically what they do is each of your skills and your weapons have a challenge. So for my anti-personnel turret, I have the challenge of hacking 33 crates, which I do not do normally while playing the game, as I have never had it help me. Basically what I do is I shoot a crate with my weapon, a little hacking bar fills up, and then it is then hacked, but it remains there. If one of the scavengers use it, it shows me where they are temporarily. I complete that challenge, then I can use my currency, I can use my currency then to upgrade it, increasing range, or increasing damage, increasing fall off distance. In fact, I can now upgrade my shotgun, hopefully making it a bit more useful. Great thing about this game, as being one of the hunters, is matchmaking is extremely fast. And there we are, already back in a second match in 5 seconds, if even. And there we go, the match has already been completely found. The timer starts. This time, however, I'll be switching over to the Stalker. This character is not one of the free ones. The Poacher is the other free hunter. So you start with the Inquisitor and the Poacher. You have to purchase the Stalker and the rest of the Scavengers with the grey currency. I have done that, and so I will now show you the Stalker. who has a burst fire SMG and a sniper rifle. The sniper rifle does about half of the Scavenger's health, but it is very hard to hit them as they are a fast-moving target. The first two abilities, like I said earlier, remain the same between the hunters. The third ability changes. For the Inquisitor, you saw it was a turret. The Poe to the other free one is mines that you can put down, and the Stalker turns invisible, like the Predator. Now once again, the harvest begins. Now you see things like the crates are lit up as being white outlines on my map from the beginning. That is because of one of the Stalker's passive abilities. This ability just does exactly what it seems like it does, and highlights the crates, the drones, and the objective things for the Scavengers for you to more easily find. The other passive ability, you're just standing near one, it hacks for you. Now all of them have different passive abilities that you can choose from. The Inquisitor, the one I played as originally, passive abilities, I don't have to hold E on the crates to collect them like I do here. Instead, as long as I'm close enough to it, it will do it for me. Now, you might be wondering, how did I figure out that they were there? It was pretty much pure luck. What happened, I was walking through the bush, and as I did, I got slightly pushed off to the side as I walked through. And I realized that the only reason that could possibly be happening is that there is a scavenger hiding from me in that bush. And in fact, indeed, there was. The active camo is not... yeah, sniper rifle is almost useless. The active camo is not the most useful of abilities I have found, but it's always good, I feel, for getting into the initial combat. Or if they think they've gotten away, but you know that they're staying close, because they're just ducking in and out between walls, that is another opportunity to use it. Then they believe that they have gotten away from you, when in fact they have not. Allowing them to let their guard down a little bit, giving you time to spot them and get them into your sights. Already, 2 of these 5 scavengers have fallen. That sound there means that one of my drones has had its proximity alarm set off. The reason there is not a glow is that field has to hit the scavenger. If it does, then I will see them. But if it does not, I just get notified that they are at one of those. Very rarely do they get hit by the actual field. But it happens, and it keeps them more on edge and more restricted on where they feel comfortable in going. Now, yes, I indeed saw that there's one scavenger that was over at Site B, but I did not go for it, because my sprinting ability was not charged up. I would not be able to quickly get over to them in time. Now there you see a little scavenger who was caught. By the field, allowing them to glow for me nicely so I can track them down. And like the 2 preceding them, one more has been executed. Now I saw a slight little flash showing that one was over here. Invisible so they don't see me as I approach. I believe I saw them run off this way, but chances are they have managed to get away. You find that the majority of the time the scavengers are able to get away from you near the beginning of each round. The less and less there are, the less likely they will get away from you but the less likely you will find one. Often if the scavengers are good, they will communicate with each other, band together, and if you are attacking one of them, another one will run over and try to get you to chase them instead, switching off the targets, allowing the other to heal and get a bit of distance. As it is very hard to keep track of which one you are chasing and focus down one at a time. Now at this point, it is basically a waiting game. Waiting for one of them to try to return some blood, or waiting for one of them to mess up, collect one of the hacked crates showing their location, or go into one of the drones showing their location. It seems that now that there's only two of them, they are deciding to keep low and try to ride it out until the timer ends, that they can both escape. But one of them has slipped up, not by much, just enough to point me into the right area. Chances are, however, unless if they do this foolish mistake, of trying to return some blood, I will not find them. But that is exactly what they did foolishly, allowing me to find them, down them, and now execute another one. There is now a hunter domination, as there is only one left. The exit have opened, and they are glowing. Now, why there are so many? It's because of their one of their abilities to send out clones, which are possible to teleport until you shoot them. He used this then to get away, and once again, one of them has escaped. See, you can come here and see different scores you get for the different activities in the game and see how each of the players fared in their own activities. Here you can see your progress on your challenges, which challenges you still need to complete, the icon representing what it will upgrade once you are done. But that is all we have time for today. Thank you for joining me on Deathgarden Bloodharvest. If you enjoyed today's video, like and comment down below. If you're new to the channel and would like to see more, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, stay icy.